Hello and welcome. I don't even know how long I've had Starhenge. I don't know if this is from like 1 month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. I don't know. It's been on my desk for a long time, and I finally got around to reading it because the cover's pretty cool, right? Like you look at this and you go, "Oh man, like what is that?" It's like a robot wearing a human skin suit, and that's like a dude wearing a robot suit. Like there's something cool going on there, right? And you flip it open to the first page, and it's like, "Oh man, that looks really cool. That looks like super duper awesome cool." And then you actually sit down to read the thing, and it's just a mess. It's trying to do some really high concept stuff, and I don't think it's doing it very well. I don't even know where to start breaking this book down because it takes place in like three completely separate time periods. One is the future, one is something similar to the present, and then one is the past. So after that first page, we actually go to the past. At least I think that's like the next couple pages of the past, where some lady is having some soldiers murder some guy in a lake. And it's like, we need to open this up again so you can get the context. Say, it's in Arthurian times, is when that takes place. Now, I thought this Arthurian from Monmouth stuff here was just going to be like set dressing and was just going to be like, okay, we're just being like pretentious here, and then the real thing is going to start later. That ain't how it worked out at all. We never stop doing this weird stuff, man. Yeah, there's a guy getting killed. Here we go. Got a spaceship. And we get all these narration boxes, and it's insufferable. It's absolutely insufferable. I cannot stand this narrator. The narrator turned me completely off from everything about this story. And I think the narrator is this girl right here who's like a Wiccan and, is doing Wiccan goth stuff as she's talking to the boyfriend she made in California while she was visiting her aunt in California because she's actually British. And it's completely insufferable to read. Like, none of this stuff is in a voice that I care to ever read again in my life. She just keeps prattling on and on and on, and it's insufferable. It's not cute. It's not fun. It's just there. And it's a shame because then you flip the page and you're like, oh my god, look at that cool starship and all this cool like space stuff. Oh dude, look at this dude over here. He's too cool. Um, yeah, so the art, like I really got no problem with the art. It's just the rest of the book is a whirlwind of what am I reading? So we got like three parallel story things going on, but I think the three parallel stories are also supposed to involve the same three people. Because this dude, I think, is the boyfriend from the present, and he's also the guy that gets killed in the lake. I'm pretty sure. And his mother is like the queen or something, and or like the future queen, and is sending him back in time to save magic so they can bring magic back to the future to fight robots, because the robots are winning the war. Yeah, I don't know what I was reading, man. Like this whole thing just kind of left me going, okay, that's interesting. And that was it. Like, it never got to the point where it's kind of like, oh man, I'm actually enjoying reading this. Mostly because the narrator was driving me up the wall. She's supposed to be British, but she's about as vapid as like a valley girl. Or maybe that's not the narrator at all. Maybe the narrator's not the British Wiccan girl, but it's somebody else. But it's written like it's her. So I just assume, yeah, magic's the bit that Einstein didn't know about. But then in his time, the age leading up to my time, or at least my version of that time, what can I say? It's complicated. Magic didn't really exist. There's a reason for that too. Fast forward a few decades, and it starts to look pretty horribly bleak for humanity. The cast wiped out? Question mark. The knights and everybody forgot. Forgets? Question mark. Them completely. It's literally like the knights never existed. They're just dream juice. Never really happened. You're just telling like you can have cool narration. It's been done. You can have narrative text boxes that are actually interesting to read. I don't find that this voice is compelling at all. So I'm glad I didn't put this on my pull list, and I really wish I hadn't bought it. And that's where I am in my life with Starhenge, Book One, The Dragon and the Boar, because we can't just call it Issue One, or maybe Book One, The Dragon and the Boar, is the miniseries, and this is issue one of that miniseries. I don't know, but I don't think I'm going to get on the train. Maybe like 2 years from now, someone will be like, "Oh man, Starhenge was the best thing ever," and I might check it out then when it's finished, and I can just read the whole thing in one sitting and kind of minimize the exposure of this pretentiousness to my life. Anyway, I got a squeaky chair, so you all take care of yourselves. You have a great day. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Till then, bye bye.